My child, you have carried it long enough. The weight you shoulder today is not new. It is old, worn, and heavy. It has become so familiar, so fused with your soul, that you've come to believe it's part of you. But I am here now, with arms open wide and a voice steady with love to tell you, lay it down. All of it. Not the corner of it, not just the manageable parts. Every last ounce. This burden you carry, I never asked you to hold it. I did not create you for worry. I did not breathe life into your lungs so you could live bowed by guilt. I did not knit your soul together so it could tremble under fear. I did not call you to strive endlessly, proving your worth in a world that measures value by what fades. I called you to live freely, fully in me. You say you've grown used to the burden, that it keeps you anchored, keeps you safe, that maybe it even keeps you humble. But humility is not born from fear. Humility is not shaped by shame. What you carry is not sanctification. It is suffocation. I did not design you to live within a prison of anxiety. I came so you would know freedom. I came so you could walk in peace. You remember the moments, don't you? The days when the weight pressed down the hardest. Sleepless nights when regrets played like broken records. The memories you'd rather not revisit, but which return without invitation. The people you lost. The things you left undone. The mistakes that you think disqualified you from my love. And yet here I am, still calling you mine. Still, my beloved, your pain is real. Your wounds are not dismissed. I saw every tear that no one else noticed. I heard the prayers whispered in the dark. I stood beside you when no one else did. You are not invisible to me. But hear me clearly now. The sorrow and shame were never meant to become your companions. They were meant to pass through, not to take root in your soul. You think it's too late to be unburdened. You think you've lived too many years this way to believe in freedom now. But I am the Ancient of Days. I do not age. My mercy does not grow thin. My arm is not shortened by time. In your later days, I speak more tenderly, not less. You have not missed your moment. This is your moment. Lay it down. That bitterness that grew from old betrayals, set it down. That anxiety over your children, grandchildren, the state of the world, place it at my feet. That fatigue from decades of striving, release it. That guilt over things you cannot change, give it to me. I am not asking you to pretend it didn't happen. I am not commanding you to forget. I am inviting you to stop carrying what I already carried to the cross. Do you believe me? Do you trust that my shoulders were broad enough not only for the sin of the world, but for your personal burdens too? When I walked to Calvary, I bore your sorrow, your worry, your shame. I bore your need to prove yourself. I bore the voice that whispers, not enough. I bore the moments that make you flinch in memory. And when I said, it is finished, I meant your burden too, the one you still try to carry today. So why do you hesitate? I see the way your soul flinches at the idea of letting go. You fear you'll lose control. But my dear one, that control was never giving you peace. It was only giving you exhaustion. You fear what will be left of you when you set the burden down. Let me tell you, what will be left is the truest you. The you I designed. The you who can breathe deeply again. You do not have to do this alone. I will help you. My spirit will comfort you as you unpeel each layer. As you grieve the time lost, I will redeem it. As you mourn the energy spent on fear, I will renew your strength. As you confess the things long buried, I will not recoil. I will wrap you in mercy. You've heard my words before, perhaps many times. You may have sat in pews while others read from my book. But I am not only the God of ancient texts, I am the God who still speaks. And right now, this moment, I am speaking to you. Come closer. Let me remove what has grown too heavy for you. You've lived long enough with this quiet ache. Let joy return to your bones. Let laughter visit your heart again. Let my peace be the rhythm of your breath. You were not created to merely survive these years. You were created to thrive in my presence. I know the road behind you has been long, but I have walked every step with you. I have not forgotten a single day. And now, as your body slows, your spirit can soar. Lay the burden down and let your soul rise in me. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. The world taught you to carry your own load, to never let it show. But my kingdom is not of this world. In my kingdom, the strong are those who surrender. The whole are those who depend on me. The wise are those who finally understand that I alone am enough. Lay it down, child of mine. And when the memories come, when the voices try again to convince you that you must pick the burden back up, remember this. I already took it. I already bore it. I already buried it in a tomb that could not hold me. Let it stay buried. Your freedom is not a myth. Your healing is not a fantasy. It is your inheritance, bought by my blood, secured by my resurrection, given freely because you are mine. I love you. I always have. I always will. Come rest now. Come rest in me. Listen closely now, beloved. You've heard so many voices in your life, haven't you? Some loud, some subtle, some that felt like truth but were laced with poison. You've carried their echoes, sometimes mistaking them for mine. But today I speak to untangle the lies and rewrite the script written in fear. Because the confusion you've known was never from me. The unrest, the dread, the whirlwind of thoughts, none of it was born from my heart. I want you to hear this plainly. My will is peace. Not the temporary peace the world offers, not the kind you try to build by arranging everything just right. My peace doesn't depend on circumstances. It doesn't crack under pressure or vanish in trials. My peace is stronger than grief, louder than anxiety, deeper than all understanding. It is not a fragile thing. It is a promise. And it is for you. I never ordained a life of chaos for you. You were not born to be tossed from storm to storm without anchor. The pain that found you, the sickness, the family wounds, the financial fears, the loneliness in aging, those things are real, yes. But they are not the final word. They do not define your purpose, and they do not declare who I am. I am not the author of confusion. I am the Prince of Peace. Somewhere along the way, perhaps you began to believe that anxiety was your lot, that worry was responsible, that fear was part of love, that perhaps I was teaching you something by keeping your mind spinning. But I tell you now, fear was never my teacher. Love is. My spirit does not lead with pressure. I guide with peace. I see the inner script you've been rehearsing, the lines that play on loop when you lie in bed at night. What if I had done more? What if I'm still not right with God? What if I'm forgotten? What if this is all there is? You have recited those words like prayers, but they were never holy. They were never from me. Let's rewrite the story. Let me be the one who teaches you new lines. When the script in your mind says you are unworthy, I will say, you are mine, chosen before the foundation of the world. When it tells you you're too late, I'll say, I restore the years the locusts have eaten. When the thought creeps in that you are too broken, I'll say, I make all things new, even now. Your peace is not found in getting all the answers. It is found in knowing me. It is found in trusting that I hold every unknown in my capable, scarred hands. You don't need to fix everything to finally rest. You need only fall into the arms that never tire, never shake, and never let go. Some of you lived decades believing that performance earned my approval, that being good enough, spiritual enough, sacrificial enough was the only way to gain my favor. But my favor was never for sale. It was gifted, not because of what you did, but because of what I did. Let me speak peace over the places where religion confused you, where human error wounded your trust, where harsh teachings planted seeds of fear instead of love. I see how it made you question, how it made you strive. But I say now, come out of the storm. Come sit with me where the waters are still. I am not watching your every move with a finger on a divine scorecard. I'm watching your heart, and every time your heart leans toward me, even in weakness, it brings me joy. I don't ask for perfection. I ask for your presence, your nearness, your trust. You've carried stories inside of you for so long, stories of failure, of not measuring up, of disappointing me. But those stories are lies. They were written by fear, not truth. I never called you a disappointment. I call you beloved. I call you redeemed. I call you whole. Peace isn't something you must manufacture. It's something you must receive. Like a warm garment laid gently over weary shoulders, it is meant to comfort and cover, not constrain. Will you let me clothe you in peace today? Will you finally believe that your racing mind, your pounding heart, your restless nights, those are not your inheritance? Your inheritance is calm. It is contentment. It is me. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to resolve every doubt. Even in the tension, I am with you. Even in the questions, I hold you close. You are not a puzzle I need to solve. You are a soul I long to settle. There is beauty in stillness. And you, my child, are invited to dwell in it. Let the script change now. Let every what if be transformed by my I am. Let every regret be rewritten by my grace. Let every haunting memory be healed by my truth. The chaos you've known is not your portion. Peace is my peace. You are not alone in this. You never were. Every hair on your head is known. Every tear has been counted. I have walked beside you through every storm, whispering calm even when you couldn't hear me. But today, you are hearing. And today, you can begin again. Not by trying harder, but by surrendering deeper. Will you trust me to be your peace? Will you let my voice be louder than the noise? Come, child. Rest in my presence. There is no confusion here, only clarity. No panic, only peace. No condemnation, only comfort. I am your safe place. I am your calm. I am your God. And my will is peace. Come to me now. Yes, you. The one who's been strong for everyone else for so long. The one who always found ways to hold things together, even when everything inside was unraveling. You have a place, not just in my story, but in my embrace. Let me be your shelter. Let me be your rest. My arms are open, not in judgment, but in welcome. And it's here, in these arms, that you truly belong. You've known places, many of them. Homes, churches, neighborhoods, familiar rooms with quiet echoes of the past. You've seen people come and go. Some have passed on. Some have drifted. And with every season, with every shift, a quiet question has settled deep into your bones. Where do I belong now? Here. With me. Always with me. You were never just meant to fit into a role or a title or a task. You were created for relationship, not one based on utility, but on love. Not one based on what you can do, but on who you are. Mine. The world has changed around you, sometimes too quickly. But I have not changed. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And my arms are as strong and wide as they were the day I formed the heavens. Let me be your refuge. You don't have to carry the name caretaker, provider, or warrior every waking moment. I see how those names, once noble, have become heavy. I see how you've tried to stay strong even when your strength ran out. But now, in these days when life is quieter, and the rooms feel bigger, and the phone calls fewer, I want to hold you in a different way. Not for what you can give, but simply because you are mine to love. Do you remember how I described myself in my word? A fortress, a strong tower, a hiding place. These are not just poetic ideas. They are realities. I am that shelter. I am that safety. When everything outside rages, I am the calm within. When the world is cold and uncertain, I am the warmth that never fades. When your body tires and your heart longs for home, I am the home that waits with lights on and doors open. You don't have to come polished. You don't have to fix yourself up first. These arms are not for the flawless. They are for the faithful. And even in the moments when your faith feels paper thin, my arms are still wide enough, strong enough, steady enough to hold you. I remember you. I remember every tear, every prayer, every act of kindness that no one else saw. I remember the young soul inside of you that once danced with ease. I remember your laughter. I remember your heartbreaks. I was there. I still am. And I will always be. There is no shame here, no fear, no performance. You were never meant to live as though my love was earned. You were meant to live resting in it, breathing it in like air. My love is not a reward. It's your inheritance. These arms that welcome you now are the same arms that stretched across a cross. I bore every ounce of pain so that you would never have to question if you belonged with me. The world around you may not understand this kind of love. It may prize youth and productivity and speed. But I, the Lord your God, delight in you simply because you are mine. In your stillness, I see strength. In your age, I see wisdom. In your quiet, I see depth. You are not forgotten. You are not obsolete. You are not overlooked. You are chosen. I want to be your place of refuge, not just on hard days, but every day. When old memories creep in and try to haunt you, run to me. When doubts whisper and say you've missed your chance, run to me. When your body aches and the future feels uncertain, run to me. You don't have to be anyone else. You don't have to prove anything. You are safe here. My arms will not let you go. Not now. Not ever. Let your heart breathe again. Let your mind quiet. Let your soul exhale the tension it has carried far too long. My peace isn't just near. It is here. You don't have to wait for eternity to begin feeling safe. I am your refuge now. When you feel weary from the weight of the world, picture this. My hands, cupped gently around your heart, holding it like a precious flame. Not letting the wind snuff it out. Not letting the cold steal its warmth. I am that close. I am that present. This world may offer fleeting comforts, temporary distractions, but nothing compares to the shelter of my presence. Let it become your habit, your rhythm, each day beginning and ending in my arms. You've tried for years to carry others. Now let me carry you. Let me lift the burden. Let me be your foundation. When everything else feels shaky, I am unshakable. This is not weakness, child. This is surrender. And surrender in my kingdom is strength. So come now, not with fear, but with expectation. These arms are not just your refuge, they are your home. Every time your soul asks, where do I belong? Let the answer rise with power. I belong in the arms of my God. And those arms, these arms, will never fail you. Now listen closely, my beloved. Let the world fall quiet for a moment. Let the opinions fade, the noise soften, the long-rehearsed lies still their voices. You've heard them for so long that you almost forgot they weren't me. But today I want to speak clearly, so clearly that it cuts through every falsehood and settles deep into your soul. Because my heart is not a mystery, my voice is not hidden, and what I speak now is not condemnation, but healing. The lies, yes, I know them all. The ones you started to believe when you were young. The ones whispered to you by those who should have loved better. The ones shouted by this world, by religion distorted, even by your own anxious thoughts. You're not enough. You're too much. You should have done more. You failed too deeply. It's too late now. You're too broken to be whole. God has forgotten you. But those were never my words. I do not speak in shame. I do not motivate through fear. I do not manipulate through guilt. I do not diminish or accuse. Those are the weapons of the enemy, and I have already disarmed him. You must understand, child, that the battle has never been about your worth. It has always been about your perception of it. Because if the enemy can make you doubt how I see you, then he can keep you from receiving the fullness of my love. And that love, it is what heals, what frees, what transforms. I know how long you've wrestled with identity, how long you've tried to make sense of your story, how many times you've looked in the mirror and seen someone who doesn't measure up. But let me show you how I see you. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the sum of missed opportunities. You are not your physical limitations or your mental weariness. You are not your regrets. You are mine, and I delight in you. You've thought your value came from your usefulness, your productivity, your achievements. But I value you simply because you are. Before you ever lifted a hand to serve, before you ever spoke a word of prayer, I loved you. My love did not begin when you got it right, and it will not end if you stumble. My love never had conditions. That inner critic that won't let you rest, that's not my voice. That endless pressure to be perfect, that didn't come from me. That guilt you carry for things long forgiven, that's a shadow from the past, not a mark on your soul. Look at me. Look into my heart. There is no hesitation there, no reservation, just steady, eternal love. When you fall silent enough to hear me, really hear me, you will find I'm not shouting at you. I'm whispering, gently, with affection, with clarity. I do not roar accusations. I sing songs of deliverance over you. I do not rattle chains. I break them. I do not speak words of punishment. I declare you free. I know how loud the lies can be. I know how long they've lived in your thoughts. They don't just fade on their own, but I am here to replace them, not with hollow reassurances, but with divine truth. You are loved, eternally, unconditionally. You are wanted, not tolerated, cherished. You are seen. Nothing is hidden from me, and still, I call you beautiful. You are chosen, not by accident, but by intention. You are clean. The blood of my Son has made you whole. You are not forgotten. I have carved your name into the palm of my hand. Let these truths rise in you now. Let them become louder than the old scripts. When doubt tries to shout again, answer it with my word. When fear tries to steal your peace, remind it that I am your defender. When guilt knocks, let me answer the door. You are not too late to begin again. You are not too old to grow deeper in love. You are not too far gone to come close. In fact, in this very season, your latter days, I long to pour out peace like never before. This is not the end of your story. This is a sacred chapter, rich in grace, bursting with presence. Your mind may not remember every verse, every song, every teaching, but I remember you. Your soul is still sharp to my whisper. Your heart still responds to my love. Let that be enough. So now, silence the lies. Tell them they no longer have your ear. Tell them they are not the author of your story. And then, listen to my heart. Hear it beat steadily for you. Hear it rejoice over you. Hear it invite you once again to rest, to receive, to rejoice. This life you live now, yes, even now, is holy, and you are sacred to me. I have walked with you from the beginning. I will walk with you to the end, and beyond it, into eternal joy, into perfect light, into a love so complete, so consuming, that every lie will finally be forgotten, and only truth will remain. That truth is me, and I am yours.